This video is part of my Sims 2 Ultimate Visual and Gameplay Guide. I will have a link to the full video down below, but per my subscribers' request, I'm also uploading the video in part, so make sure you check out the playlist. Don't forget to back up your game first before attempting anything in this video. And remember, not everything you see is achievable because of different screen dimensions, editing, rendering, and PC specs. While on the topic of custom content, I will show you how to delete faulty content or just content in general, because if there is one thing The Sims 2 is good at, it's getting corrupt. The world doesn't load, T-pose, flashing CC, and of course, the crashes. Now, while this is not actually, in my opinion, the worst thing you can do in the game, this is a possible way to cause corruption. I'm talking about using the bin icon from within the game. Once you download some CC, by clicking on the icon, you can get rid of that item. I'm showing you this in particular because in an old tutorial, I was specifically encouraging this behavior, and now I like to do the opposite. Let's get a little deeper into this. There are many in-game things you can do to cause corruption. Here's a list of things I think you should avoid doing in The Sims 2. Linking that down below because you don't need me to talk an extra 10 minutes when the work has already been done for you and me. Just avoid doing these things and you're good to go. There are a few mods you can install that can help you with detecting or preventing corruption. I'll be linking those websites down below, but I'll show you how to install some of them. Some are files you plop into your downloads folder, others are programs you have to open up when the game isn't running. I'll be talking about programs later on in this video. Lastly, I'll go into game to show you what these items look like. I recommend you to mess around with these things in a HUD you don't really care about. Let me show you better ways to delete custom content. There are programs like CC Cleaner and SimPE that could help you with cleaning CC, but there is another way. The easiest thing to do is to add the items you no longer want onto your sim in bodyshop. Then you want to open that file and see what kind of CC comes with it. That is how I would do it. But let's say your game crashes when you click on an item. Well, either you ignore the CC and mentally make a note not to click on it, or you can hover over it to see what it's called and try to find it. Unfortunately, if it has no name, you might have to take out every folder you have until you found the right one. Cleaning CC is easy. Load up the folder with the items and watch out for the colors. Red doesn't always mean a bad thing, so make sure to read the instructions. Right-click on an item and press delete. You can also organize with this program by clicking here. And lastly, this is how you install with CC Cleaner. Simple, right? I almost forgot, but here's a small bodyshop tutorial for those who are new to The Sims. I'll be showing you how to make your own custom content as well as how to export Sims. So I'm going to show you how to use the Sims 2 bodyshop for two reasons. One, I'm going to show you how to export Sims, and two, I am going to show you how to make your own custom content. Now, I am not super familiar with this process, so there might be some flaws in what I'm telling you, but I think I've got the basic principles down. I feel confident enough to share this with you guys. So let's start with exporting Sims. So first, we're going to build or clone a Sim. Now this is where if you've downloaded Sims, the Sims will show up. This is also a place where you will find some Max's Sims or some custom Sims you've made. So let's say we want to bring Billy into our game. Now because of the file that Billy was, I have already technically installed him, so we don't really need to go ahead and export him again. But let's say we didn't have him and we did want to export him. So we can either build a sim or we can clone, and let's just say we're done. So now there are two. Onto packaging Sims. This is where all of your Sims that you've either cloned or made show up. What we want to do is click on one of them and then package Sim to file, give it a name. Exported Sims are in your package Sims folder. Then when we click on his package file, it will tell you exactly what kind of custom content he's using, but it will also allow us to install him and the content, and then we can open him up in the game. This is how you can put your Sims up for download. Alright, on to the trickier part. First, let's create genetics. And I am going to keep it simple, and I'm going to make some eye colors. So I'm going to pick this green color and we're going to turn it into something different. I'm going to call it eyes. You want to find this folder Once you're there, we're gonna click on eyes, and this is where our textures are. Now, I only really want to change the inside of his eye, but you can totally change the outside too if that's something you wanted. I'm gonna make this, yeah, let's do a red color instead of blue, or should I just go for the blue anyway? No, let's do this color. Let's keep it simple. And then simply go ahead and save this as a BMP file. Click refresh preview sim, and boom, we're done. And then you can also import it to your game. It's nice, huh? Now let's go ahead and change some hair. There's many different textures, right? And the only thing that I can recommend you guys is to basically just mess around, right? Try to color them all a different color, see what shows up, what is what. Honestly, from a casual simmer who doesn't necessarily make a lot of custom content, this would be very intimidating, right? But trying to simplify the process by just advising you to recolor different, files, different textures, and seeing what shows up and what doesn't show up, I think that is a much easier way of doing things. That being said, not every layer shows up like on this one, but it doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't work. And this being said, I am just showing you how to recolor things. I'm not actually showing you how to make hair from scratch. That process is way more difficult, and I am simply not experienced enough to show you how to create your own custom content. So instead, I'm going to leave some links to professionals who do this on a regular basis and know exactly what they're talking about. And of course, you do the exact same process with clothing. May feel backwards, but I'm going to show you how to install custom content after showing you how to delete custom content. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to download and install custom content for The Sims 2. So do you see where it says catalog, display, custom content, and dialogue at startup? You want to set these both to on. Click on the display custom content dialog button. Ensure that this is on enable custom content. So this is pretty much all you want to do in your game. And now as a second step, I'm going to show you where exactly you want to put your item. There are two types of files that you'll most likely be downloading. Either a Sims 2 pack file or a Sims 2 package file. I'm going to get these boxers, and then I am also going to get a sim. Clicking on our sim. So Sims and houses usually come in a Sims 2 pack. I'm using Sims 2 pack clean installer to install this. You don't have that. Usually what happens when you double click on this is that you get a little pop-up window saying you're about to install this sim and the custom content that comes with it, and you really do not get a choice what you want to download. Basically, you're gonna get the whole package. But with Sims 2 pack clean installer, you can actually select what you want to come with the sim. So in case you do not want the classes for some reason, we can simply opt out of this and get everything else. Isn't that just great? Like, I wish this was around back when I didn't know that it was around. Strong story. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this, and it says they actually already have a no shader package, so no, I don't want another one. So now that this one is installed, let me show you the difference between a Sims 2 pack and a Sims pack. I should actually call it a .package file because really that's more what it is. If you're downloading a .package file, you want to put those into your downloads folder. While on the topic of downloading custom content, I want to tell you guys a little bit about the order in which the game recognizes custom content. Custom content gets priority depending on the name, so the closer it is in the alphabet, the more priority it has. Don't use any custom signs as it slows down the loading of the CC. And I cannot forget to mention to limit the amount of subfolders, so stick to 1 or 2 and not 4 folders deep. And if you're certain of keeping something, you can always merge items. I will show you how to do that in just a second, but first, let's check out our sim. As you can see, these are our boxers. And then let's turn him into a female and let's search for the sim that we just downloaded. Okay, here she is. Okay, so this is what she looks like, and she did come with some CC as you guys saw earlier. Off screen, I'll add back all of my downloads that I already had but took out for the sake of this video. So next time you see my game, we should have a lot more stuff to work with. But first, let me show you how to merge CC. I'll be linking this website down below, but this is the program we're going to be using to merge our CC. So you want to give this a good read. Click on CC Merger to open the program, and this is basically all that we're going to need to merge CC. Now, before I do this, I want you guys to listen very closely, very carefully. When you merge CC, please, for the love of everything, do not merge mods. Do not merge script files. Do not merge anything other than clothes, maybe hair, but include the meshes as well, okay? So don't just merge the file, merge the mesh. Meshes are super important. Hairstyles, clothing, makeup, all of that is fine with me. Just do not merge mods. Just don't do it. Just don't even think about it. And then we're gonna click on one of our folders, and basically we're just gonna merge the whole folder. And once it's done, it says packages merged successfully. You'll see here that we have a new file called 110, and it basically merged all of this into one file. So next time you open the game should load a little faster. What I would suggest you to do is put all of this into one folder and then put that folder somewhere else, test out the game. If everything works, you can still go ahead and remove all of this, but first just test this out before you get rid of everything.